channel. So today's video is going to be my 10 party planning tips. For those of you who don't know, I actually am an certified event and wedding planner, and some of these tips are going to be from what I've learned in taking that course to get certified, and other stuff is just going to be what I've learned over the years as I plan parties. So if you've not done so already, hit the red subscribe button down below, and let's just get started. So, first things first. And I make this tip my first tip because people seem to forget this one, and it is probably the most important. Not everything is going to go as planned. There's always going to be something that goes wrong, or something that just doesn't turn out the way you expected it, or something. So if you have in the back of your head that not everything is going to go as planned, most of the time this tip will help you. Because at least that way you know that and you can recover from it. Like, when I turned 21, I planned my own 21st birthday party. Mainly because I'm an event planner, and nobody else is going to do it for me. So I did it myself. And I made the cake. I made one of the 3D corset cakes. If I remember, I will insert a picture somewhere in this video so you can see it. Well, what happened was the front was too heavy and it collapsed. The front actually fell off of the cake right before the party was starting. So I turned it around and it looked just as good the other way turned around, but still pissed me off. But it didn't go as planned, but it still tasted good, it still looked good from the back, and nobody knew it fucked up. Okay, so number 2, pick a date and a time that works best for you. I know in my family we've learned most of my family members are not going to be there till 4 hours after the actual start time. What we do is we tell everybody we're starting at 2, and in all reality we start about 6. And hopefully people are there by 6, and if not, then... So that's my thing. You pick a date and a time that works best for you. Especially if you have little kids and you're planning a little kid's birthday party. You're not going to plan a little kid's birthday party for 7 p.m. if they go to bed at 8. You're going to plan that earlier in the day. And for the date, most of the time we do Saturdays because Sundays just don't work for our family because people go to church and my mom works Sunday nights, and that's when my brother goes back to school, is on Sunday night, so he can be there Monday morning to work. So we don't do Sunday events. It just doesn't work out for us. Okay. And number 3, location, location, location. And I know this is from a realtor, but it works just as well in party planning. No, where you have the party sets everything else. It sets the mood, it sets the atmosphere, it sets what you can do and how you can decorate and everything. That's why I like having parties at my house or my grandma's house, because you can pretty much do whatever you want, decorate however you want, and it works. Like when my mom had her 40th birthday party, we did it at my grandma's house. We put a big banner on the back dining room wall, and nobody knew it was my grandma's house. Everybody asked where we had it. It's like, where do you think? But pick a location that you can make your own, because some places aren't going to allow you to decorate that way. Number 4 is you do not have to do everything yourself. Now, in my family, you pretty much have to do everything yourself. Simply because half of them are not going to show up. Or because they'll say, yes, I'm bringing this, and then they'll forget. Like most recently, we celebrated my grandpa's 70th birthday, and we had an aunt who said, oh, okay, I'm bringing this, and then she didn't even show up. Yeah, you don't have to do everything yourself, but be aware that it might be a good idea to have whatever you need on just in case, because that family member might not show up if they're like my family. But this also goes into, you do not have to make all the food for your party. You can have it catered. You can have it, pick up meat trays from a store, or have a restaurant cater it. Like around here, KFC caters almost everything. So do that. And that way you're not doing it all by yourself, but you don't have to worry about not having something. Number 5 is plan on a schedule. And I know this sounds a little crazy, and I will link one down below if I can remember. But what I mean is, when you start planning a party, like, pick a date, pick a time, and then go from, so let's say you start planning 4 weeks before the actual party. So in the 4 weeks, the first week that you're planning, you need to do the invitation. You need to get those sent out. You need to figure out the theme. You need to figure out what food you're going to have. You need to figure out your guest list. And then at 3 weeks, you need to know, 3 weeks you need to do something else. At 2 weeks, you need to do this. At 1 week, and so on. Like I said, I will link a schedule down below. Number 6 is separate into categories. So I brain dump everything, especially when I'm planning parties. And I separate into categories. So I separate into food, I separate into what I need to buy, decor, what I have, and then I have my own little grocery list too. And it really helps to do that. Number 7 is make and stick to a budget. Yeah, before you do anything else, determine how much money you want to spend, and try and stick to it as best as you can. And if you want me to do a party planning budget video, and I'll show you how to plan different values of parties, I could totally do that. Just let me know if you're interested in something like that. And I think this actually, make it stick to a budget helps a lot more for holiday parties, because Thanksgiving, depending on how many people you're having, you're going to buy a lot more food. And we don't cater Thanksgiving at all. Most of the time we don't cater anything at all. My grandma makes it all by herself. And I help, but yeah. Set, like, let's say you have $100 and you have to get everything for the party with that $100. You need to write down what the amount of money you have, and then you need to write down food, decor, paper supplies, whatever else you're going to need, and you need to figure out how much in each of those categories you're going to spend. And like I said, if you want a video on this, I could help. I could break it down a little bit better. Yeah. Number 8 is send invites early. That is my biggest thing. When people send out an invitation a week before a party, you need to send out an invitation at least 4 to 8 weeks before a party. Because sending it out a week before is not going to help anyone. Number 9 is keep it simple. And I know everybody says this, and that if you keep it simple, it's not going to look that good, and that's not true. If all you do is buy a banner for $15 from a party supply store online and hang it on a wall and put some balloons or streamers around it, that's good enough. It's simple, but it's decor, and it's pretty depending on how you do it. You don't have to do the balloon arch, and I love the balloon arches, but in all reality, how much time is that going to take you? And do you have that much time? And another thing is for food. Some parties don't need a full-on meal. Now, I get in the summer, a lot of people barbecue, and we do that, so barbecue in the summer. But don't go all, if you do a barbecue, don't do a lot of stuff that has to be done in the house as well. Grill up a few things, grill up some veggies maybe, but don't go all out and do a complete meal outside on the barbecue and then do a complete other meal in the house. And for children's birthdays, a lot of times it's just cute to do little finger foods and cupcakes and a cake, or order a pizza. That way you're not doing anything, and pretty much everybody loves pizza. So yeah, keeping it simple will save you most of the time in these, because it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and it can usually be done on a budget, and it doesn't take a lot of time to do it. That way you're not running around as people are walking in trying to get finished. And I watched that my entire life of everybody's walking into my grandma still not ready, no matter how much help she had. Okay, so number 10, and this is my last and final tip, and it's do it yourself. And I don't mean do the entire party yourself. I mean, like, if you can make a cake, make the cake yourself. Don't spend the money on buying a cake from a baker, because those get really expensive and really fast. Or if you're good at decorating, do the decorations yourself. Anything that you want to, and you don't have to do everything yourself, but if you want to do some stuff yourself, go on and do it. There's nothing wrong with that. That way it's a more personalized touch, especially if it's a kid's birthday. Sometimes it's more fun to do your kid's birthday entirely by yourself, because it is your kid. But also know that you don't have to go out and do something crazy for it. So those are my 10 tips for party planning. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos, like I mentioned down below, let me know in the comments. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.